Every diet program tells you the same thing. Cut the bread, and millions of women obey. They give up sandwiches, they eat lettuce wraps, they mourn every dinner roll. But what if the problem was never bread itself, but the specific kind of bread that food manufacturers have been selling you? A functional medicine doctor finally sat down and told me the truth. And it's not what any diet plan has ever said. The bread sold in most American grocery stores is not the bread humans evolved eating. Commercial white bread and even most whole wheat varieties are made with highly processed flour that has been stripped of its fiber and nutrients, then loaded with high fructose corn syrup, seed oils, and preservatives. These ingredients spike blood sugar faster than pure table sugar. That's not a myth, that's a glycemic index measurement. But here's what the no-carbs crowd gets wrong. Traditional sourdough bread, made with just flour, water, salt, and wild yeast through a long fermentation process, has a glycemic index 25 to 30% lower than regular bread. The fermentation process breaks down gluten and phytic acid, making it easier to digest, and produces organic acids that slow glucose absorption. It behaves completely differently in your body. Sprouted grain breads are another powerful option. When grains are sprouted before milling, their starch content partially converts to fiber and protein, reducing the glycemic load significantly. Ezekiel bread, for example, is made from sprouted legumes and grains, contains all essential amino acids, and has a glycemic index in the same range as sweet potatoes. You can eat bread and still lose weight. The key variable isn't whether you eat bread, it's what that bread does to your insulin. A 2018 study in Cell followed participants eating white bread versus sourdough and found dramatically different blood glucose responses between individuals, and that sourdough consistently produced a lower and more stable response. Stable blood sugar equals less fat storage. It's that direct. What about gluten? For people without celiac disease or non-celiac gluten sensitivity, which is the majority of the population, gluten is not the enemy. The bloating and discomfort most people associate with bread is far more likely caused by FODMAPs, fermentable carbohydrates in processed bread, than gluten itself. Sourdough fermentation actually reduces FODMAP content significantly. Here's my protocol. Swap commercial bread for true sourdough or sprouted grain bread. Limit portion to 1 or 2 slices per meal. Always eat bread alongside protein and fat, never alone, which further blunts the blood sugar response. And read labels. Real sourdough has 3 ingredients. If your bread has 20 ingredients, it is not real bread. It is an ultra-processed product pretending to be bread. You don't have to live without bread forever. You have to stop eating the fake version of it. Switch to real sourdough. Eat it mindfully with good company on your plate, and your body will respond completely differently. The goal isn't deprivation. The goal is accurate information. And now you have it. The bread isn't the problem. The processed imposter is.